It's the last day of Shark Week, everybody. Oh. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. See you next year, little guy, for Shark Week 2009. You got it, mister. I'll miss you. I'll miss you too, Corky. It's a very, very emotional day today, of course. It's the last day of Shark Week, and it's also a very big birthday today. Happy birthday to MTV, the music video channel, 27 years old. You know who else's birthday it is today? The Grateful Dead's Jerry Garcia. Jerry Garcia and MTV, both very different, of course. One's played music for years and is now dead, and the other one is Jerry Garcia. The show is pretty good tonight. Watch these commercials and join us. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. It's on today, it's been a long, long day, and you've got the Sandman, and you know. Hang on, keep TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, tomorrow's just your future.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cory Ferguson.
Welcome to the Late Late Show. I am your host, TV's Cory Ferguson. Please, please. Thank you. And let your applause die away quite naturally, as if you were a real audience. And not trained professionals. We hire professional audiences. This is an audience we've hired from professionalaudiences.com. Right? We don't. We do. I don't know if we do. Do we? I don't know. I don't care. It's Friday, I'm high. It's a great day for America, everybody. It's Friday. It's a great day for America. It is a sad day for sharks. It's the last day of Shark Week. It's the saddest day in the shark calendar. Do we have the graphic for Shark Week one last time? Boom! Yeah, look at that. Shark Week over for another year. I'm gonna miss those toothy bastards. They bit off a piece of my heart. But not to worry. Why? I'll tell you why. Who are you? I'm the imaginary friend that's come along to help you because the professional audience isn't helping. Oh, great! You should help raise the energy in the room. You bet I will, mister. There's a big movie opening today, The Mummy 3. Yes, I'm very excited about it. The Mummy 3. The Legend of Curly's Gold, I think it is. Or The Mummy 3 Tokyo Drift. Arrgh! I don't know what it's called. It's got mummies in it. How can it go wrong? Have you seen the creature from the new Mummy movie? It's awesome. It's very scary. His face is all decayed. His hair's falling out. He looks like he hasn't seen the sun for 1,000 years. Do we have a picture of the creature from the Mummy? Oh, knock it off! If I find out who put that there... Now, the mummies in the movies, they always walk like this. They're the same as... They have to make that noise as well. They don't make it with their throat. That's from their legs and their lower body area. The Walking Dead, they're the same as zombies and vampires, Amy Winehouse, that kind of a thing. Oh, like I'm lying. Real-life mummies are nowhere near as charismatic as the ones from the movies. I have seen real-life mummies in museums. They're scary, and they're ancient, but their hearts have been removed. They're all decayed and frosty. It's like Dick Cheney. When we think think of mummification, though, we think the Egyptians. The Egyptians were very into mummification. They don't do it anymore. It was a phase. But I was fascinated, and I am fascinated, and was fascinated when I was a kid with ancient Egypt. Whenever there's a museum exhibit about Egypt, I'm there. Whenever there's a book about Egypt, I read it. Whenever I see a tasty Egyptian dish, I get his phone number. Call me Omar. Back in the 1980s, with the help of a video, I learned to walk like an Egyptian. Actually, I was drinking back then, so I kind of walked more like an Irishman. Which was a bit like a mummy, I suppose, in many ways. The ancient Egyptians would mummify the dead bodies of important people because they thought if the body decayed, the spirit wouldn't get into the afterlife. So they'd try all sorts of things to artificially preserve the body. It's like Botox, but less disgusting. What they would do is... What they would do is they would take out the organs and wrap them in linen. I know. I wouldn't want anyone taking out my organs. Well, I don't know. Maybe after a nice dinner and a kind word. But I'd want conversation first. Actually, there's a place in Hollywood Boulevard that'll take out your organ for $20. For an extra 10, they'll play Walk Like an Egyptian on it. But I'm joking, of course. I always wanted to go to Egypt. I wanted to ride a camel and see the pyramids. I haven't seen them. I've seen the pyramid in Las Vegas, the Luxor in Las Vegas, but it's not the same. It's not surrounded by camels, it's surrounded by hookers. Camels and hookers, of course, both fun to ride, and they both... We can cut that out. But they're fun to ride, and they both spit on you, so that in a way... Anyway, knock it off. That's disgusting. How dare you? The pyramids are just elaborate headstones built over the tombs. And the people in Egypt, or the people wouldn't go near them because they were scared of the curse of the mummy. That's where it comes from. Because they didn't want to violate the sacred grounds in case something will happen to you. Which we now know is, of course, crap. But it was to stop people from robbing the tombs. It goes back to the 1800s and before. Because the guy who discovered King Tut's tomb died of a mysterious illness only 70 years later. But it was to the day from when he opened the tomb, well, to the day plus a few months, but to the day... By the way, the only people give a rat's ass about King Tut is because his tomb was one of the very few that survived intact. People think it was because he was special, he had lots of bling. He didn't. It's not true. King Tut was not an important pharaoh. If you read the graffiti around the pyramids, they had no respect for him in ancient Egypt. They called him King Slut. Or King Butt. I used to dance under the name King Butt, but that's a different thing. Do you know my favourite Egyptian pharaoh was actually a pharaoh called Hatshepsut, who was actually a woman. I know, how scandalous. Don't worry, it was a long time ago. But what happened was, for a long time, she pretended to be a man so she could rule the country. This is absolutely true. Do we have a picture of a woman who pretends to be a man so she can rule a country? There she is. Right there. That is one angry lesbian right there. Look at that. You probably don't recognize her without the plaid shirt, but I'm telling you, that's her. The ancient Egyptians made great monsters. They weren't just mummies, they came up with the Sphinx. The Sphinx is a fascinating creature, a giant statue, right, that would ask riddles of passers-by and would eat them if they couldn't answer. It's a terrifying, voracious creature, half human, half cat. We have a picture of one of those, do we have it? There you are, that's one. I know. Every time I see that picture, I think to myself, Kenny Rogers, what happened? All right, we'll be right, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the big Friday night show. A sad day for America, of course. The last day of Shark Week. My shark has already left the building. That's a euphemism for something. My shark has left the building. You know when people say things that are not things, what is it, euphemisms? They say things that are not things and then do a face to let you know, like, my shark has left the building. Or, you know, and they want to imply that they've got another agenda going on, like if you say to someone, can you get that cup for me? And they'll go, oh, I'll get that cup for you. What do you mean by that? Oh, you know, I'll get the cup for you. I never do that. I can't be talking to you about this kind of stuff. I feel weepy about the end of Shark Week. Don't you patronize me, you bastards. All right, do we have time for an email tonight, do we?
Yes, it's email time again. Put on your ganja, it's time to check the mail. Yeah, man.
We always like that. Always like that on a Friday night. On a Friday night, we like to play the reggae, you know, email jingle, because sometimes I feel that it's connecting with the audience. Awesome. My favorite was when he sang with the shark. All right, this is from Jared in Morgantown, PA, Pennsylvania. I've got them all down. Bum, 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 bum. I passed the citizenship test. It's easy. It's easy, the citizenship test. Basically, it's this. Do you love America? Yes. Are you in Al-Qaeda? Not anymore. Fine, come on in. There's your cab license. Now, right? What? Knock it off. I'm an immigrant. I can say what I like. It's America. No? That's a joke. Sorry. Sorry, cab-driving former members of Al-Qaeda. Good Lord. We wouldn't want to upset that extreme pressure group. What have I done? Good, I'll get letters, though. Good, because I'm so lonely. Since the end of Shark Week, I've had nobody to talk to. My shark's gone. Corky. And when he comes back next year, he'll be enormous. And I will be so powerful. I'll be like a Hatshepsut. All right, this is from Jared in Morgantown, PA. He says, hey, Craig, what actor do you want to play you in the movie about your life? Ooh, I didn't know they were making one. But if there was a movie about my life, I would like the actor. Who would I like? Ooh, who's that guy in the Austin Powers movies? The little guy. Vern Troyer? Him. I like him. He's, you know, he's funny, he's little. I just like that kind of thing. What can I tell you? All right, I don't understand this. This is from Mark in Dixon, California. Or it might be Mark Dixon in California, I don't know. He says, Craig, why do you always only see one shoe on the freeway? Now, I don't always see one shoe on the freeway. Ever. Sometimes you see the two shoes over the telephone wire thing. Do you ever see that? Yeah. I know, I see that too. This is from Emily in Boston, Ma. Massachusetts. So, dear Craig, in all your travels, where have you met the best-looking people? Oh, that's easy to answer. The best-looking people I've ever met are in your region. Let's see. What the hell is it? Look at that. Oh, my Lord. This is from Joe in Roosevelt in Utah. Joe says, Dear MC Ferguson, I have stayed up for 6 days watching your show and haven't went to sleep yet, so, and then a bunch of numbers. Look at that. See a doctor. This is from Cristobal. Cristobal? That's an interesting name. It's like Christabel, but with a ball in it. Oh, Cristobal, what a lovely name, Cristobal. Oh, it's like Cristobal. I can see into your future. You bet never heard that before, Cristobal. All right. This is, and Cristobal lives in Egg Harbor in Wisconsin. I didn't know there was an Egg Harbor. It's where the eggs come into America. Look, if it's any consolation to you, I know the name too. I know it is. But I'm committed to it and I'm seeing it through. Dear Craig, says Cristobal, do you have an avatar? You know, one of those online chat room personality things. Good God, I don't even have an in real life personality thing. All right, that's enough emails. Now, listen, now and again, I get called up to the third floor, you know, to meet with the executives that run CBS. And that actually happened earlier today. Today.
Hi, Craig. Bart Morano, CBS Development.
Yeah, Bart, I know who you are. I was just here last week.
You were in this office?
Yeah. I pitched you a sitcom called Hip Hop Vampires.
You pitched that to me?
Yeah, and you said you loved it.
I said that.
Yeah, your exact words were, it can't miss. You said, I'll stick my neck out for it.
No, that doesn't sound like me at all. No.
Well, Bart, if you didn't like it, why did you call me back up here?
Well, Craig, in TV, summertime usually means reruns. But now, it means summer replacements.
You know, are you replacing me?
No. No, I actually never even thought of that.
What are you writing?
Huh? Nothing. I was just practicing my signature.
Is your name New Host?
I'm adopted. Craig, actually, it's good news. I was thinking that you would be the perfect host for our new reality show, America's Got Herpes.
America's Got Herpes?
Yeah, I know. It's genius, isn't it? It's genius. Our research tells us there is an 18 to 24-year-old skanky demographic, and they're just begging for us to give it to them.
I don't know about this, Bart.
Oh, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's classy. It's really classy. It's kind of like American Idol, you know? We take a bunch of young singers with hopes and dreams of stardom, give them herpes, then we judge them. And you would be the English judge that everybody loves to hate.
I'm Scottish.
Great! Even more hateable.
It's not very nice. No, I'm sorry. I don't want to be judging a bunch of diseased nymphomaniacs.
I don't know who you are anymore.
I'm just a man with dignity. I couldn't live with myself if I sold out and did a show about herpes.
Oh, really? Well, then maybe you will never get to fly on the CBS corporate jet.
There's a CBS corporate jet?
Maybe.
If I host America's Got Herpes, can I go on the CBS corporate jet?
Yep.
Hawaii is nice this time of year. Maybe I should give it a thought.
No, you can't take off. No, fuel prices are through the roof. No. But you could sit in it while it's parked for like an hour, maybe 45 minutes.
Can I go up to the cockpit and make some airplane noises?
What kind of noises are we talking about?
Well, you know. Look out, Ginger! Look out! That kind of a thing.
No. But do we have a deal?
Yes, we do.
Excellent. And bon voyage.
I hate you.
I can live with that.
I know. Back with Rainn Wilson, everybody. Rainn Wilson, when we come back. You frightened my bird. Dude, does he really have a bird? Yes, I do. I know. It's magical. I'm taking some medication for my throat. I think it's got side effects. And I'm loving them. All right, my first guest tonight is in The Office. He's in The Office, which is very good. And he's also in a new film called The Rocker, which is in theaters August the 20th. Take a look at this. Please welcome Rainn Wilson, everybody. Rainn Wilson.
They're so handsome.
Yeah, they're good.
They're so good looking. Look at them.
Now, in the movie, you play the drums naked. Are you naked underneath your clothes right now?
I am, in fact.
Wow.
Yes.
You're in pretty good shape.
I'm not so much in good shape.
Really? You've got a nice ass.
I do. Thank you.
No,
Did you say I have a nice ass on national television?
Well, CBS.
Well, practically cable.
Yeah.
I do. You see a lot of my buttocks in this movie.
Now, is this what the kids are wanting? Did you do something?
I am giving America what it is clamoring for.
I guess.
Yes.
That's nice.
You know, Angelina Jolie does a movie, and she has her bosoms, and you want to see them, you know, out the side of a car, and she's holding a gun, and America was like, I want to see Rainn Wilson's enormous, creamy torso. Oh, you're naughty. I want to tell you something, though.
Okay.
I've been on a national campaign to promote a new word for the buttocks.
Okay, what is it?
Thigh caps.
I love it. I love it.
Right?
Yes, I'm with you on this.
Can we make it stick?
Yeah. Hey, in this movie,
yes.
I saw your thigh caps in that clip.
I don't recommend drumming naked. Your thigh caps stick to the drum stool.
Yes. Sometimes when I go out, I mean only to have one glass of wine, but then I end up in a jail in Mexico with a tattoo on my thigh caps.
No kidding. Yeah. I think it's catching on. I think it's doing great.
Well, it's catching on with us. I think everyone else is
Yeah.
kind of like, you know, not really.
You actually are a pilot, though, because I wanted to ask you about this.
Yeah.
I hate flying, and I don't like heights, and I don't like small compartments.
Then being a pilot's not for you.
Now, did you have no fears of that at all?
I was terrified. I was terrified of the whole thing. That's why I started doing it. because I was so terrified of flying, I thought, well, if I keep going, at some point it'll turn out, I'll learn so much that it'll be okay. It hasn't worked. I'm still terrified, but I know how to do it.
But do you really get terrified? Because I think about being like 12,000 feet and like in this little thing. Think about that. And you're like this, and you're like, and things like beep, beep. That's terrifying.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I was in a flight, I was in one of those tiny planes, and I flew from Albuquerque to Taos, New Mexico, which has a landing strip like the size of this desk.
Yeah, I've been there.
And they were flying in a little regional carrier, and literally the pilot was a woman, and I don't mean any offense.
Hey, now.
No.
Hey, now.
I love women so much, but the... But this was what was happening, is we were going up and down like this, in an alarming fashion.
Are you sure this was a plane? It looks like a horse.
This is plane. What do you do with a plane?
Well, you're going like this. That's a horse.
But that's what we were doing.
Really?
Over
a
Taos.
flying horse?
There's mountains, and then we're going up and down, and like mountains are here, and it's like, oh, there's a mountain. Things are beeping on the dashboard. That's not good, right?
Well...
And then she has the manual out, and she's flipping through it. She has an airplane manual.
No,
and it's
no,
like,
no.
I'm like, everyone's like cool as cucumbers. All these cowboys going up to Taos like, yeah. And I'm like...
It's just a checklist. It's not a manual. It's a checklist.
It's a manual of how to fly a plane.
Well, what do you want her to guess?
She was like,
you know, come on.
What do I do?
No, it's a checklist. She's going through things. She's going like, well, this thing's beeping, and then she's descending, so you think, well, I better do that. Oh,
I don't like pilots to read.
Well, it gets boring up there otherwise.
Oh,
you got to read.
That's terrible.
You should try it. You should try it.
Reading?
Yeah.
Will you take me up in your plane?
Only if you bring a book.
Done.
Yeah, okay. What book would you read in that plane?
An Idiot's Guide to Flying an Airplane.
Oh, that's already in the plane. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you'll be all right. Listen, I'm looking forward to these. Rainn Wilson, everybody. We'll be right back. No, I can't. I have no idea where you got that information. No, I would never cuss during the introduction to anything. I don't cuss. I do not cuss on this show. I don't know. Someone's giving you the wrong information. All right. I don't. All right. Wait. There's nobody there. It's just like this. My next guest is appearing at Foxwoods Casino Resort in Ledyard, Connecticut. I wonder what that's like. I've never been there. Oh, wait. I have been there. And when I was there, I cussed like crazy. But he's going to be there as a he or a she. I can't remember. It's a she. I'm so excited about swearing on the telephone, I forgot the gender of my next guest. But I've remembered now. She will be there on August the 9th, Foxwoods Casino, Connecticut. It's awesome. It's just a lovely, it's like a casino. It is, in fact, a casino. It's not like a casino, it is a casino. So how about them apples? Please welcome Cory Kahaney, everybody. Cory Kahaney.
So nice, thank you. It's so good to be out of the house. It is. I've been staying with my parents because they live out here, and it's such a nightmare because I don't get high anymore, so I don't know how to entertain them. I'm just staring at them. Have you ever had that moment where you realize you're growing up to be just like your parents? It happens to everyone. It's a horrifying moment. I'm watching television with my father, and he never sleeps, so we're up late, and that Save the Children commercial comes on where the lady's like, for the price of a cup of coffee, 7 cents a day. My father and I are both sitting there thinking the exact same thing. Where can you get coffee for 67 cents? But it gets better. All right, so a few years ago, my father adopted one of the Save the Children, which is so annoying, because now every time I complain, he compares me to his adopted child. He's like, what's the matter with you? Why can't you be like your sister, Shishumba? Shishumba's happy. You don't see Shishumba complaining. Shishumba dug an irrigation ditch for a whole village last week. What the hell did you do? I hate her. I'm sorry to make fun of starving children. You know, I personally am starving. I'm dieting. I'm trying to lose a few pounds. And it's so hard. As you get older, it gets harder and harder. There was this one diet that used to always work for me. They don't have it anymore. It was the Fresca, M&Ms, and cocaine diet. That was a great diet. But, you know, you can't do that anymore because you can't find Fresca. So, and I'm trying to lose baby weight, you know, which is pathetic because my kid's 23 at this point. And, no, in fairness, I do have a 23-year-old daughter, but I also have a 3-year-old son. Yes, I know you're thinking, how does that happen? Think of it this way. I was the first girl at happy hour, but I stayed till last call. My son, I think my son actually may have the comedy gene. You know, he wants a cat, and my husband's allergic to cats, which thank God, because who wants a cat? But, so he sees a cat, and in a window, and he goes, Daddy, can I have a cat? My husband goes, no, Daddy's allergic. And he goes, so when you die, could I get a cat? It was my proudest moment. And I thought that my daughter was going to be thrilled after being an only child for so long to finally get a sibling, you know, a little brother. She was mortified, horrified. You know what my daughter is telling people? My daughter is telling people, my mother is such a control freak, she had her own grandchild. He's so funny, this little one. I'm telling you, he's finally starting to pay. He had a cough last week. I said, you know, I don't like that cough. He goes, what coughs do you like? You know, I was really hoping that my daughter would follow in my footsteps, you know, because I feel like I paved the way, you know. I mean, if I knew then what I know now, things would have gone a lot different, you know. I'm not complaining. I'm very happy with how my career's gone. But I'm telling you, you don't know this about me, but I never used my feminine charms to get ahead. Do you understand what I'm saying? I never called in any favors, you know. There were no shortcuts, if you get my drift. But the interesting thing is, now that I've reached a point in my career where I'd be willing to, no one's interested. And I think somebody has to tell young girls, nobody explains to you, there's a limited window of opportunity to be a whore. You don't have a lot of time. You can't look back and say, I should have been sluttier. There's not that opportunity. You know, and if I could just say, the funny thing is when your morals and your ethics finally loosen up, everything else has loosened up. I mean, if I could just save one girl, one young girl tonight from the humiliation of trying to actually play the vajayjay card. And the guy's like, this is expired. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. My next guests will be out in just a second, and they're from Brooklyn, and they, you know, they're rockers. They like the rock and roll and stuff. But I wonder why the bands are doing this. They're bringing out the. You kids probably don't remember this, but back in the day, all CDs used to be this size. I'm not so sure about it because, you know, people come on, they think, oh, look, Ferguson's holding a CD and his hands are tiny. He must be a tiny little man. Because look at the size of that CD. And I'm like, yes, coming up is my next guest. But I like it, though. And they've got a message inside that says, stay positive. I like that kind of a message. I am going to put this up in my office next to the kitten that's hanging on the little thing. And underneath, it says, hang on in there, baby. Oh, wait, no, I hate that. But my next guests are definitely here. They're performing Constructor Summer from the album Stay Positive. The Hold Steady, everybody!
This old town is lifeless, but now we are whole lives just work at the mill and till you die. Work at the mill and then you die. We're gonna build something this summer. We'll put it back together, raise up a giant ladder with love and trust and friends and hammers. This summer, we're gonna lay this ladder up against the water tower, climb up to the top, drink and talk. This summer, me and my friends alike, a double whiskey, coke, no ice. We drank along into old time. I drink too much with no fine. We're gonna build something this summer. Summer grants us all the power to drink on top of water towers with love and trust and shows all summer. Get hammered! Let this be my annual reminder. We could all be something bigger. I went to your schools, I did my detention, but the walls were so gray I couldn't pay attention. I read your gospel, it moved me to tears. Couldn't find the hate and I couldn't find the fear. I met your Savior, I knelt at his feet, and he took my $10 and he went down the street. Tried to believe all the things that you said, but my friends that aren't dying are already dead. Raise a toast to St. Joe's drummer. I think he might have been our only decent teacher. Getting older makes it harder to remember. We are our only saviors. We're gonna build something this summer.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Chris?
I think that kitten's got something wrong with it. Well, what did we learn on the show? We learned that it's the end of Shark Week. Don't you patronize me! It is the end of Shark Week, and my little shark Corky has gone back to the ocean. What else did we learn? We learned that, we learned that when we, the Friday night show, we play the reggae email thing because we suspect some of you may be enjoying herbal cigarettes. This, by the way, is my tie. And I'm fashioning it into the shape of a sort of snake. And I'm going to put little eyes on it. And then it'll be my new friend. Look, hey, I'll do this. Little eyes here. Oh, yeah. There you are. Look. Hello, Craigie. Craigie, are you sad about Corky, your shark, going away? Yes, I am, Simon. It's interesting that you sound an awful lot like my mother, Simon. Yes, I do, don't I? Why don't you tidy your room? All right, I will, but I have to go. So join me next week when my guest will be a tie and some pens. Good night, everybody.